Hey guys, in this video I want to show you how to make a pretty epic mod. I'm going to take that 11 by 11 and I'm going to make it twisted. So I'm going to start from the beginning. Now I already turned every single layer a bit so that it would resemble the shape I'm looking to build. And then what I wanted to do is start by basically truncating the sides flat again so that basically when it's twisted it's flat, and that way when I bring it back to its original shape it's actually twisted, but the other way. Now the reason why there are black stripes here, 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 and there is because I didn't really have super glue, so I put milliput instead. I'm trying to make sure the layers stay in that position, so basically right now it can't turn at all. So that's the goal, so that when I use my belt sander on it, it's not going to move around. So yeah, on to the belt sander. Okay, this is going to be slightly loud because I have a vacuum cleaner connected to my belt sander. Anyhow, so basically I have my 11 by 11 and I'm going to sand down these protruding pieces right here. Try to sand it down back to a cube. Alright. Alright, so basically this is what it looks like for now. So I've cut this just straight down the face of that 11 by 11, so like this. So basically this is what it looks like, and I have to do this on all four faces. Alright, my hands are extremely dirty right now, so I'm gonna take the vacuum cleaner, which is also very dirty. So this is plastic powder everywhere, and I'm gonna vacuum all that up and try to clean up. Okay, the nice thing about this is that I'm not even gonna have to like redo the stickers for the yellow and white faces, because they're well, basically they're not damaged, so that's fine. Anyways, I was gonna remove those stickers, so it doesn't matter if these are damaged. So yeah, basically I've sanded down this part. Now all I have to do left is turn it back into a cube. So now I can remove these bits of epoxy right here. This is going to be challenging because epoxy is really hard and damn. Okay, so as you can see, we're starting to get that twisted shape right here, as well as here, here, and there. So this is a good start. To make it easier for me, instead of using the belt sander and then sanding it like this, I actually bought on Amazon. I bought a heat knife. So basically a knife that can cut through plastic, and I'm gonna cut like this. So this is gonna be the second part. I haven't received the heat knife at the moment, so the next time I film will be much later. Alright, so it's been 3 months since I worked on the Twisted 11 by 11. I'm gonna get back to it right now. So the rest of the video, the part that you've already seen, is really old. And now it's actually using the new camera, the new microphone and everything, so it's gonna be slightly different. Anyhow, I'm gonna do some more sanding, so I'll see you in the basement. Okay, so I'm in the basement. I've super glued all these centers to their edges. That's because I don't want the faces to misalign, because earlier I could turn these layers here, and that would misalign the whole black part here, which is where I sanded down, you know, those protruding pieces already. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to sand this down with a Dremel, first of all, and probably with a belt sander, because I thought it's something kind of cool that could help. See those faces here that were sanded down? When you look at them from the side, you see that it's a bit curvy. So I'm actually going to sand them using the curve of my my belt sander, because I think it could work. So right now what I'm going to try to do is make sure this becomes a twisted cube. So basically I'm going to try to make those, you know, lines right here that are basically the limit between two faces. One that's going to be on that side of the face, twisting all the way to the next side, and one on that side, twisting all the way to this side, where there's going to be another interface between two faces, another one here. So yeah, basically I'm going to try to make this smooth. Now, the reason why I said Dremel and not, Dremel and belt sander and not the heat gun is because, well, I tried the heat gun option, except you don't try a new method on an $80 puzzle. So I tried it on a 5x5. And this is the result. It's smooth and everything, except it melted all the pieces together. So yes, I could, change that, sand it down a bit with a Dremel, and try to, save this one. Nevertheless, I am not going to do that because I want to do the 11x11, so I'm going to use a Dremel and a belt sander, the things I actually know how to use. So yeah, off we go. So as you can see, I've started working on that. This part, it's already quite smooth. I am going to do the rest with a Dremel because I think I'm applying too much force on the faces, and if I get a pop, I am going to rip my hair off. So basically, I'm going to go and finish this with the Dremel. I'm going to try to smooth out everything. I can't hear anything with that Dremel. No, seriously, like, this thing makes so much noise. Anyways, I've just basically made this perfectly smooth. Well, not perfectly, but I'm going to need to sand it down. But basically, this is what it looks like on the side. So, as I said earlier, curvy on the side. And so I smoothed it out like that all the way to the top. So, basically, you can see the line I was talking about on that face and on that face. I was surprised. I thought that was going to take me like 40 minutes. It only took me 10 minutes, so I'm going to need to do this 4 times. And yeah, and then I'll have to fill the parts with epoxy and do some more sanding. Okay, so here we are. This is what it looks like for now. It's quite dirty, but basically you can see the line here. You can slightly see it. This is where the interface comes in, and the faces are basically going to be twisted like that, as you can see here. So yeah, I'm going to fill these parts with epoxy now, and then I'll do some sanding again. Okay, so that part of the film is going to be slightly ghetto. I've already filled the puzzle with epoxy. I don't know if you can see it. The thing is, I didn't really feel like filming it because it's not really complicated or anything. I just filled out the parts with epoxy, so it's pretty self-explanatory. Now what I need to do is I need to sand down the epoxy and make the faces really smooth and everything. So what I just created for this, I took some sort of toilet paper roll, so that's, again, very ghetto, and I basically stapled on some sandpaper. That way I'm going to get a curvy sandpaper sort of surface, and I'm going to be able to sand down the faces of the twisted 11x11, which is also, slightly curved. So yeah, this is what I'm going to do now. Alright, so here's my setup, yeah, I'm going to be using this, like that, and basically I'm going to try to round off those parts of the puzzle because they're very hard to sand down with a Dremel or a belt sander. As you can see, I don't know if you can see that, there are some dents in here. That's because really sanding down with a Dremel is very hard because you can't really get into those surfaces here because the whole, the big part of the Dremel, which is basically the body of the Dremel, is interfering, so you can't really sand that down, which is why I'm going to use this. Alright, so let's go. Alright, so I've sanded down all the faces, and now what I need to make sure of is that all the faces are the same shape. So basically I'm going to turn each layer like that, and And I'm gonna sand down the layers so that they're even and they're the same shape. So again, I'm gonna use that tool, and we'll see how that goes. Alright, I'm in my basement. I can't do much better until I have a new home, so that's gonna have to do. Anyhow, I finished the sanding and I've evened out all the faces, so this is what it looks like for now. Now what I'm gonna do is I am gonna paint the puzzle black, and I'm eager to finish it. So let's see how that goes. So as you can see, all the pieces are relatively even. Like this set of pieces right there, the big, 11 by 11 edge, is the same as this one and everything. I actually twisted it in many directions, scrambled it and such, in order to make it, as messed up as possible, and then I sanded down the faces again, scrambled it again, sanded down the faces again, so I would get, a really clean result, and basically identical faces on all four sides. Alright, so here we go. So I'm doing the top face first, because I sanded down the top face a little bit for some cleanup. Alright, sorry, I'm talking a bit close to the mic. Alright. I might have another layer of paint to put over that because, well, simply put, I don't know if you've noticed, but I have put paint. Sorry about that. I just stepped on a piece of plastic. Anyways, I put paint on the top face, but not on the bottom face, so I'm gonna have to do that afterwards. But for now, here is what the puzzle looks like, which is really, really cool. I am so eager to finish this because it is gonna look amazing. So yeah, next video I will be showing you, well, I'll be just talking to you about stickers, because actually the next step is I'm gonna have to send that huge little puzzle, that makes no sense. Anyways, I'm gonna have to send that to Oliver so he can actually design stickers for it. He is gonna have a very hard time designing stickers for that. The surfaces are curved, it's really hard, so good luck, Oliver. And the next section of the video is when I will have the stickers. So guys, I've got some pretty bad news for you. I did get the stickers about 5 days ago, but the thing is I got so carried away with finishing this beast of a puzzle that I completely forgot to film the stickering sequence. So basically this is only going to be the pure build video, and there's not going to be any stickering. Now when I think of it, it's not the worst thing that could have happened, because that would have been a massive spoiler for tomorrow's video. The actual presentation video. And now that's where the second bad news for you guys comes in. It's that I'm not going to be showing you the final puzzle in this video, and you are going to have to wait for the actual presentation video tomorrow. So yeah, don't hate me for this. If you did enjoy the build video, feel free to subscribe, and I will see you tomorrow in the actual presentation video for the Twisted 11 by 11.